today we are connected to the Chief Executive Officer of Work Group, Stephen Eng. Good morning, Stephen. How are you?
Good morning. Very well, thank you. How are you, Rahma? How are you, Christy?
We're doing
good.
great. Thank you very much for asking.
Excellent.
Okay, so Stephen, this is something which is, people are talking about this a lot. Okay, so we're just gonna get into our first question. So, the Work Group has recently collaborated with several banks, such as BNI or BNI here and BRI or BRI, in developing banking systems in Metaverse itself. Now, what should we expect on the new banking experience in your point of view?
Okay, thank you. That's a good question. I think we are at the early stage of Metaverse. I don't know whether you are aware, but the term was coined by a guy named Neil Stephenson in his 1992 novel Snow Crash to describe a virtual world in wide use in his imagined future, a 21st century dystopia. But then that was in 1992. You might also realize that, or remember one of the world's most famous virtual game, perhaps the closest to the Metaverse ideal, is Second Life. Yeah, I don't know whether you remember that.
An
online multimedia platform. Yeah. It was an online multimedia platform which was launched in 2003. So there's been some, development of Metaverse. And then recently you had, like you mentioned, the banks. So why the banks wants to go into the Metaverse? I think the best answer to that is at this stage is efficiency. When you open a branch, a virtual branch in the Metaverse, it really costs you a lot less than if you have to build a physical branch in the real world. And if you just have one branch in the Metaverse, you can serve as many people as possible who are part of that Metaverse. Instead of thinking about, okay, should I build 20 different branches within the next 2 years in every part of Indonesia? You can just build one branch and then that's it. You can serve your tech-forward, customers easily inside the Metaverse.
Right.
So that's the kind of potential that Metaverse can offer to banks. Yeah.
Okay, so you did mention about efficiency, right? Now, it is something good. But my question is it safe or not?
Okay. Please remember that the internet is actually a safe place. Of course, we know there is things like, scam, and things like that, but it is usually the error of the human part. I'm sure some of you still write your password with PASSWORD or using your birth date, or using your mother's name. So the security part is the responsibility of every stakeholders. Not just the banks or the internet provider or even us, the Metaverse builder, but it's also most importantly in the user who are using the Metaverse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Talking about safety itself, and we know that it's talking about banks and everything, and Metaverse is often associated with the cryptocurrency, and we know about cryptocurrency and everything. Right now, Indonesian people have a little bit trust issue. So could be this is can be a beginning of cryptocurrency launched by Indonesian banks, Stephen.
Well, I'm not the best person to answer that, but NFT creates the opportunity, or NFT could enable the ownership of virtual items and real estates within the Metaverse. So, of course, with the technology such as blockchain has made the cryptocurrency and NFT possible. We are yet to, see the regulators looking more deeply into this, so that at some point, hopefully, we can have, rupiah in digital.
Hopefully it's rupiah and digital.
Cross our fingers, Christy, okay? Now, obviously, technology plays an important role to this matter. Now, new technology needs to be adaptable to the current trends in the community, obviously, in order to be accepted. Now, it has to offer contents, for example, that are desirable business concepts, that are perceivable, and also could be regulated by the government itself. Now, could we actually adapt to the Oculus sometime, soon maybe?
Okay, I think if you're talking about the hardware to allow users to enter the metaverse, the technology itself, or all the technologies associated with the vision of the metaverse, have actually matured. So we will see price coming down quite significantly. In fact, if you look at the data, during the Christmas holiday last year, between December 21st to December 27, all around the world, the apps for Oculus was downloaded 1.3 million times only in that 1 week.
Right.
So I think that shows, consumers are likely to I suppose, spend more and dip their toes into the virtual water with
yes.
content and campaigns. Yes.
There you go. It's
Awesome.
interesting, yeah. So at that last year before we entered 2022. So Stephen, talking about the Weir Group itself, Weir Group is in the process of going public this week, right?
Hopefully in the first week of April, yeah.
Okay, so how does IPO encourage metaverse development for Weir Group and Indonesia in general?
Okay. Well, Weir Group has been Southeast Asia leading integrated augmented reality technology company, right? We were established in 2009. Up until today, we have done more than 1,000 projects in 20 different countries. So for us, it is a natural expansions into the next technology. We have been very involved in the technology of augmented reality and virtual reality. And now with the Web 3.0, everyone is scrambling to get into it, and I think we are in the best positions to go into the metaverse. When with the IPO, definitely it provides us with a good launching pad in terms of capital, in terms of credibility, to be able to deliver the best experience for the Indonesians as well as for the nation. Yeah.
Obviously.
Wow.
Now, Zuckerberg recently announced during the South by Southwest Festival that Meta will actually push for the use of NFT on Instagram, even for minting. Now, what is your take on that statement?
Well, I think it's natural, again, NFT provides the opportunity to own your digital assets. And if you look at Instagram with all those visual assets that the users have developed over the years that they have used Instagram, it is natural that Zuckerberg will offer that kind of opportunity for the users. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Christy, before we go to our next, playtime, okay? We're gonna do a little bit of a game here.
All right.
But, I want to know from Steven's insight, what from this talk show that we just had, what, in your point of view, what do we need to be aware of for the public?
Okay, I think they need to know why suddenly everyone is talking about the metaverse.
Yes.
I think you guys also think, why is suddenly everyone talking about the metaverse?
Yes.
We can point out 4 reasons for that. Number one, VR technology with the visions of the metaverse have matured. Number 2, the blockchain has made cryptocurrencies and NFTs possible. And number 3, like it or not, the coronavirus pandemic has radically altered lifestyles across the planet.
Yes.
I mean, look at us today, right?
True.
And then, like you mentioned earlier, late in 2021, Facebook's rebranding and its metaverse focus mission statement sealed the deal, basically. Yeah. So those are the 4 things that make people suddenly talk about metaverse.
Wow, there you go.
Interesting. Very interesting. I like how you explain it. I mean, it absorbs well to us.
Especially to women, right?
Right.
Who really don't understand what about metaverse, which
Right.
is a great
But,
explanation.
his insight, the way he explains, hits us. Okay, now, Stephen, I did told all of you that we are so going to play a little game here, Christy.
Yeah.
Now, let's play a little game. I would like to call it This or that. Okay, so in Indonesia, if you actually translate it to Indonesia,
Ini atau itu.
Okay, so I'll give you two words. Okay, so you have to pick one that you prefer the most. Okay,
Yeah.
so and if possible, give just a little explanation about that. Okay, so guys, are we ready?
Are you ready, Steven?
Bring it on.
Oh, dear
Bring it
God.
on.
Okay, bring it
Let's
on.
start
He's
right
so
on.
ready. Okay, virtual reality or augmented reality? Which one?
Augmented reality for me.
Oh,
Oh.
augmented. So how about you, Christy?
I think it's
Augmented?
also, yeah.
Why is it augmented?
Oh, well, I like to be augmented.
The best.
No, I
it's
think I
also,
still want to be connected to the real world, yeah?
Yeah.
I still want to be able to engage with you physically,
Right.
and still see things in the augmented versions.
Okay, so he's being realistic and honest. We should honor that. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one.
The next one,
Steven.
Steven. Rahma and Steven would
Yes.
choose. Would you guys choose Meta or Microsoft?
Whew.
How about Rahma Lindy first?
I don't know. For me, for me, you know me,
Yeah.
right? I know. So I'll choose both.
Okay, we will ask your reason later on. So how about you, Steven? You choose Meta or Microsoft?
I'll choose Meta, but I will respect Microsoft.
There you go. There you go. Similar to my question, my answer. Okay. So yeah, we need to respect both sides. Obviously, both sides works. They work
Yeah.
hand in hand. But
It's a
I'm
best
not an
companion.
expert to that answer. So how about from your insight, Steven?
Well, Microsoft, we know, have slightly different vision on the Metaverse.
Yeah.
To Microsoft, Metaverses are plural. They are all around us. They are persistent communities formed around virtual places where people want to be. So, for Metaverse, it is not a centralized. Sorry, for Microsoft, Metaverse is not a centralized version, but it's a plural version.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
okay.
Nice one.
Okay,
Steven?
so for our third question, for Avatar, okay? So it is alter ego or just a real life character? Which one?
I choose, me first. I choose a real life character.
Real life character. How about you, Mr. Steven?
Same. I choose real life.
Real life character.
I'm too old to be to have an alter character.
Yeah, because in a real life character, it means it's God's creation
God's
character,
creation,
not
okay.
mine or our own character. Right?
Okay, I like that, the real life. Okay, so it was a very fun thing to
Wow,
do.
yes.
It is a very fun time playing games and also you giving us your insights. So thank you for that,
Thank
Steven.
you, Stephen, for spending your
Thank you, Rahma.
Sunday
Thank you,
morning
Christy,
with
for
us.
having us.
And we hope that next time we have more time to talk about this. And good luck for your weekend, right?
Of course, stay healthy, stay safe,
Bye
Steven.
now.
Bye now.
Same to you guys. Pleasure.